the next business we're bringing to the stage. Let me do some introductions. All right. So we have some more videos because we made sure that we got videos from everyone, right? So I love this. And I am going to introduce the next brand.
This is Michelle Singh, and I am a school achievement strategist. But most of all, I'm very proud to be the CEO of LCT-E Learning Solutions. And we are an educational consulting firm in Miami, Florida, but we work with educators globally. We help teachers provide unique solutions to their classroom needs that focuses on them building sustainable relationships with their students and also bridging cultural gaps in their classroom.
And when we asked Michelle about her digital marketing goals.
Marketing, I would say the things that I'm trying to accomplish, the gaps that I'm trying to close with having the marketing knowledge and the marketing support is establishing my brand and setting myself, in the educational streets as that authority. I've already established, the work that I'm doing in the area that I've been working in. I've already established the professional development services I've provided. They're highly regarded, but I still need to grow my client base, and I want to be global. I want to continue to serve educators globally, but I need to be a solid authority in the field. And that's what I'm trying to do by utilizing the marketing strategies and the marketing support, is establishing my brand and myself as an authority, as an expert in the field.
Woo! Michelle, welcome. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you.
Hello. Good evening. I'm honored to be here on this stage with you all. I'm honored to be part of this program and just open to all of the learning and adjustments that are going to come with it.
Optimizations, we call them here. Optimizations.
I'll write that one down.
You'll hear me say it a lot. So Michelle, talk a little bit about the process of working with Jamila. I know you pulled together, you've had some messaging, you've been working on getting things moving, but talk about that first meeting with Jamila and what that felt like and where you went, how you guys worked.
Well, let me tell you. I went into the meeting with Jamila, and I've participated in some pitch competitions. I've won money for them. So I'm thinking, okay, what I'm saying is, it is really, aligned to my mission and to what I want to do in my business, right? And of course, I'm an educator and I want to talk to educators. So I think going in, okay, I'm going to use this educational language and it's going to work because it worked in the pitch competitions. But then I met with Jamila and she broke me and it way down. It was relieving, and it was also refreshing because it made looking at the simple part of the work that I do relevant, right? Like keeping it simple, keeping the message clear, like what exactly is that core problem? And it was as simple as building relationships. And here I am thinking, okay, I need to get some research about how many students, how many Black students, how many brown students, what does the research say about this? And what percentages of teachers are this? And that's my mindset because I'm an educator, because I'm a college professor. And so that's just the way I think. And that's how I think my messaging has to sound as well. But now Jamila broke it down.
Right.
And she made it super simple, focused on, what I'm doing is I am helping teachers build productive relationships, build more productive relationships. I am helping teachers basically bridge these cultural gaps. I don't have to put like these buzz terms and words in the messaging. It's just as simple as bridging gaps and building relationships.
Wow.
It is.
She said it's just as simple as bridging gaps and building relationships. That is the messaging. All right, Jamila, let's talk about it.
No, but that's exactly what it is. Because I think at the heart of it, that is what, if you put yourself in the shoes of a student, I mean, you just want to be understood by your teacher, and as a teacher, you just want to understand your students so you can give them the best. And once that happens, the trust grows, and then you find that the influence that you're able to exert over these students becomes very, very immense. And that's all you need. You don't need the buzzwords, because it's the students themselves who would be really the greatest how should I say, the greatest benefactors of this training that these teachers would receive. They don't understand all those terms, and you just want to be able to keep it simple. What you're going to give to these students really is a relationship, because in many cases, a lot of these students don't even have that type of relationship at home. They don't have it, and ultimately the teacher becomes the source of guidance for them, becomes the source of, I mean, becomes like that second parent. And ultimately many students just want that. They just want that person to listen and to be um that kind of like central strong force in their life. And in order for that to happen, you just need to understand them, understand where they're coming from, understand sometimes what they may have to deal with, which may not be present in your world as an adult, as a teacher, or somebody from a different cultural background, a different race, whatever it is making that difference. So you want to be able to see them at a human level, and that's all we wanted to communicate. And I think because your program is global, I think anybody could relate to that, because the cultural issues will not be the same in every place, in every country, but anybody could relate to wanting better relationships so that they
Absolutely.
can do their job better. So that's
Absolutely.
what we try to communicate.
And another thing too that you helped me to realize, so even though I'm targeting those, those two areas, the areas that I really, that I'm passionate about the work I do, but I'm also passionate about that cultural mismatch cultural mismatch between what the students in their classrooms look like and what the majority of their teachers look like. And even with the messaging being simple the way that it is now, it still touches on that. I will still be able to reach that audience. I will still be able to have impact on those students without saying it in enough, offensive way, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know, not offensive, but I would say without calling it out, right? Because if we
Yeah,
Right.
go to a
Yeah.
yeah,
human relationship, then we're not saying you did this wrong, you did this right. We're saying, hey, let's really just kind of make have better relationships and relate to each other, as Jamila said, on that human level. So it's not putting anybody on the defensive, right? And as brands, as we look at our messaging, we want to think about that. How do I not put someone on the defensive? So I think that's what I'm hearing from Jamila right there in that messaging. I
yeah.
love that. I love what you ladies have come up with. Wait a second. All right. So let's jump into the chat. Let's hear what they're saying. Welcome, Michelle. Love your mission. Michelle, welcome. I have a niece out here. She's like, hey, Star. Nice and succinct. Wait until Jamila challenged you to find the 2-word nickname descriptor. Oh boy. We talked about
Oh,
that last week. Don't think about it just yet. don't don't think about it just yet. That's gonna come. But I love, so Michelle, talk a little bit about now, how are you going to leverage this going forward in your messaging, right? There's more work to come, there's more stuff to be done. But now, how is this, in this quick conversation, this meeting you had with Jamila, this first meeting, how is this going to set the tone for what happens next?
so I want to talk really quick about something else that
Sure.
Jamila did that was just
Oh,
it
go
blessed
for
me.
it.
So I have a target audience, so I know who I need to sell to, right? Administrators, because they have fiduciary responsibilities, right? They're the ones that's going to pay me to come into their school. But what Jamila made me realize was I need to define what that administrator looks like. And of course it's a challenge because not all administrators look the same, but if I give this person a name like she suggested, and I really identify what their values are, and what they're looking for, what their family life looks like, then I'm better able to speak to them. And because I'm better able to speak to them, that message will still trickle to the other administrators as well. So I
Absolutely.
was I was really able to kind of do my homework and define that avatar of the administrator, which helped the messaging even more, because then I can really see their needs. Like I can see really what they focused on and what they want to bring into their schools and in their district.
Right. And now you can start talking to them. You can start identifying them, right? You can say, hey, you know what, actually, such and such fits into this, such and such fits into this, the school fits into this, and start having those conversations and becoming visible so that they not now start acknowledging, hey, building that relationship so they can say, hey, you have this program, and you can start building those relationships. So that sounds, I mean, that's a lot. And that was like, this is just week one.
Right.
I just want to let you know. I thought you were just going to say we got a good message. You're like, no, by the way, there's more. Just hold on. I must tell you the rest. So this is week one. Okay. So I love that in week one that you've been able to get to a place where you're rethinking the message. And I hear that consistency where everyone is saying, hey, simplifying the message, making sure people understand, right? Taking no jargon, not all the experience that we have, not bringing that to the table, actually removing those things as you're building your message. Oh, Jamila.
I was really happy with and you know what? Our meeting was short because Michelle had to jump off to do something else. I was like, yeah, that's all I need. I'll write something and send it for you.
So you guys did this in what, 30 minutes?
So I think
about 30 minutes, yeah.
Oh my goodness. The comments, Triana's like, yes, Michelle, hang in there for the great ride. Hang on for the great ride, because it is going to be a great ride. And as you can tell, if that first meeting went like that, wait till you connect next week with Michelle, who takes you into those personas a little bit more and really defines that, helps you to redefine that target audience, and then talk about pricing as well too, right? Those things add to the branding, and then we come back to branding and messaging once you have that information, and Jamila really solidifies things. So I'm excited that week number one was great for you and that you enjoyed meeting with Jamila. So I look forward to seeing what you have next week. I look forward to everything that you start putting together, but I know there's some work that has to come. So what's your takeaway? What's your next step?
So my next step is to work on messaging for communications that I'm going to be sharing with schools and districts to start to plan for the summer, for summer professional development. So I want to now work on that messaging so that I can start booking professional learning experiences for summer intensives, summer programs, online, face-to-face. And so that's my next step.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to see what you do next. Next week is going to be awesome. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. Jamila, again, kudos to you.